6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Federal Cabinet has approved the promotion of the Chief of the Army Staff, General Syed Asim Munir, to the rank of Field Marshal for ensuring defense of the country and defeating the enemy. Pakistan has categorically rejected the allegations of targeting the Golden Temple during the war with India. The Prime Minister has directed for fast-track enforcement of tax reforms. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has voiced deep concern over the continued arrest and harassment of Kashmiris, especially the youth in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. 73 more Palestinians have been martyred by the Israeli forces in Gaza. In the Pakistan Super League, the first eliminator match will be played between Islamabad United and Quetta Gladiators in Lahore tomorrow. And now the news in detail. The Federal Cabinet has approved the promotion of the Army Chief General Syed Asim Munir to the rank of Field Marshal for his courageous leadership and exceptional strategy that led to the success of Marka-e-Haq against the Indian aggression. The Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif in the chair, took the decision on the proposal of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister met the President Asif Ali Zardari and took him into confidence regarding the decision. The Cabinet also unanimously decided to continue the services of the Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar Sidhu after his term in office ends. The Federal Cabinet also decided that officers and soldiers of the Pakistan Armed Forces, Ghazis and Martyrs, and civilians from different fields will be awarded high government awards in recognition of their valuable services during Operation Binyanum Marsus. Pakistan has categorically rejected the allegations that it attempted to target the Golden Temple, the most revered place in the Sikh faith, responding to media queries regarding remarks made by a senior Indian Army officer that Pakistan attempted to target the Golden Temple through drones and missiles on the intervening night of 7th and 8th May. The Foreign Office spokesperson Shafqat Ali Khan said Pakistan holds all places of worship in the highest esteem and cannot think of targeting a holy site like the Golden Temple. The spokesperson said it was in fact India that targeted different places of worship in Pakistan. The allegations leveled by the Indian side cannot shift the attention from this unacceptable act. Shafqat Ali Khan said Pakistan is the proud custodian of many holy sites of Sikh faith. Every year it welcomes thousands of Sikh pilgrims from across the world. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has directed the officials concerned to accelerate the implementation of tax reform measures in an effective manner. He was chairing a meeting reviewing matters related to the Federal Board of Revenue and the ongoing tax reforms in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said tax-paying individuals and businesses will be facilitated to the momentum, but no concession will be given to tax evaders and strict legal action will be taken against them. The meeting was informed that the government planned to introduce a national targeting system in the country to prevent sales tax evasion and curb smuggling through direct tracking of freight vehicles by e-tags and digital devices. It was briefed that a digital monitoring system will be installed at all major highways and entry points across the country to control smuggling and evasion of sales tax. The federal government has ramped up preparations for the upcoming monsoon season, warning of higher than usual temperatures and increased flood risks due to glacial melt. A meeting to this effect was held between the Federal Minister for Climate Change, Dr. Musaddiq Malik, and the National Disaster Management Authority Chairman, Lieutenant General Imam Haider Malik in Islamabad today. The NDMA chief highlighted concerns over the rising temperatures in northern regions, which could speed up glacial melting and triggering flooding in the Indus River basin. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Musaddiq Malik stressed the need for joint financing and coordination between climate and disaster agencies. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Mir Wais Umar Farooq has voiced deep concern over the continued arrests and harassment of Kashmiris, especially the youth. In a statement in Srinagar, the Mir Wais Umar Farooq warned that such punitive measures only deepen the wounds of the people, fuel mistrust, and exacerbate public anger. He urged the Indian authorities to immediately end this oppressive cycle and adopt lawful approach in dealing with the people of the occupied territory. The Mir Wais Umar Farooq also appealed to the public to visit the martyrs' graveyard at Eidgah in Srinagar tomorrow to pay tribute to the prominent liberation leaders Mir Wais Maulvi Muhammad Farooq and Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lone and the victims of the Haval massacre on their martyrdom anniversaries. Mir Wais Maulvi Farooq was assassinated at his home on 21st of May 1990 and 70 mourners were killed the same day when the Indian troops opened fire on his funeral procession. 12 years later, on the same date in 2002, Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lone was martyred after attending a gathering at the same graveyard. Meanwhile, the Indian forces have intensified crackdown across occupied Jammu and Kashmir, causing severe disruptions to everyday life. Routine raids, arbitrary arrests, and heightened surveillance have created a climate of fear, especially in Srinagar, Rajouri, Poonch, Samba, and Udhampur districts. Over 3,000 Kashmiris have been detained during coordinated search operations and house raids in the territory since April 22nd. The second ministerial meeting of the OIC 15 dialogue platform concluded in Tehran today with the unanimously adopted Tehran Declaration to advance collective efforts in the field of artificial intelligence. The Coordinator General of OIC Comstec, Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Chaudhry, led a Comstec delegation at the forum. High-level delegations from OIC 15 platform, including Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, Turkey, and Qatar, also attended the meeting. The forum emphasized cooperation in artificial intelligence education, research, infrastructure development, governance, technology transfer, and exchange of knowledge among the OIC member states. The United Nations humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher says 14,000 babies could die in Gaza in the next 48 hours if more aid does not reach them. In a BBC Today program, Tom Fletcher said Israel ended an 11-week blockade on aid entering Gaza yesterday. Meanwhile, at least 73 more Palestinians have been martyred by Israeli forces in the besieged Gaza. Pakistan has condemned in the strongest possible terms the continued Israeli aggression in Gaza. The Foreign Office in a statement today said the continued Israeli aggression is resulting in the deaths of dozens of Palestinians. It said the expansion of Israeli ground operations in Gaza and its announcement to take control of all of Gaza poses a grave threat to efforts aimed towards achieving peace and stability in the region. The statement called on the international community for an immediate end to Israel's genocidal campaign and to ensure a lasting peace and ceasefire in Gaza. The Foreign Office reiterated Pakistan's unequivocal opposition to any attempts to displace the Palestinians from their ancestral lands, expand illegal Israeli settlements, or annex any part of the occupied Palestinian territory. The Foreign Office also reaffirmed support for the Palestinian people's right to self-determination. And now cricket. In the Pakistan Super League, the first eliminator match will be played between Islamabad United and Quetta Gladiators in Lahore tomorrow. The match will start at 8 p.m. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very hot conditions are likely in the plain areas during daytime in the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official